Good afternoon. It is amazing to be with you. In this video, I just want to talk with you real quick. I hope you're able to sit down, maybe eating a meal or something. I just want to talk to you a little bit about being able to live through love. If you're a Christian, if you're somebody, even if you're just not a Christian, somebody that wants to live through love, this is something that I've been learning from this book called Self-Mastery, and it is probably one of the most important things and rules of life that I have learned recently that I really want to share with you guys. I think it's so important. I think it has changed my life. It's something that's changed my life completely because it's the final nail in the coffin for what Christianity fully is. It's what God has been teaching to us, and it's something that really helped me understand the importance of it. I think it's something that we're able to see in our life, like when we continue to live in love. But this book really put it into words, like why it's so important for us to live as Christ lived. I was reading this book, and it's the Self-Mastery book, I think it's called Self-Mastery. It's the one that A.J. Brown, if you guys know A.J. Brown, he plays for the Philadelphia Eagles. He was reading it on the bench. He went super viral. I ended up picking it up. I had no idea that this book was actually kind of a Christian book. It was actually a Christian book because it talks about a lot of the concepts of Christianity. And the dude that made it is actually a Christian. And he shares this stuff. And I noticed in this book it has multiple different little verses or principles of the Bible that apply into here. But the main one I want to talk about in this video is the love. Being able to live through love. So in this book, it talked about the main principle from the Bible, which is perfect love casteth out fear. When we're able to do what we are currently doing, we're able to live through love, or we're able to live it more fully. If you are currently doing something, let's say you're trying to do something, maybe you're an athlete, maybe you're going to work, you're trying to get better in your career, maybe you're a student trying to get the best grades that you can. If you're doing it from a need of approval, a need of somebody else has to see you and be like, oh, you're doing amazing, and clap you on like that, then it's always going to be hinging on that. If you don't have that, you're not going to be having the most fun. If you don't have that, you're not going to be able to enjoy it to the fullest. But what he says in this book is that being able to live through love, being able to live through that it's a fullness of life when you live through love. When you're following your heart with what you want to do. And following your heart is going to be hinging on serving other people through what you're doing and feeling alive and focusing on that. Focusing on the feeling of feeling so alive when you're doing what you're doing instead of focusing on needing the approval, focusing on needing a result from it. When you're focused on that, you're not going to be the best that you can. And it actually says in this book how leading from the heart and being able to lead through love gives you your best performance that you possibly can. So the more that they talked about it, the more that they talked about being able to live through love, the more that I'm able to understand that when you follow your heart, when you're able to follow your heart, just like Christ wants us to, it's actually something where you're giving up your life to be able to serve other people. So that's following your heart, following something bigger than yourself. So that's what it is, really. That's what it is. I'm trying to really grasp this as much as I can, and I really want to reiterate to you as best I possibly can. But being able to give up your life so that other people can be better off. That's leading from the heart. That's leading from something bigger than you, more important than you. And like it says in the Bible, he who holds on to his life will lose it, but he who gives up his life will find it. So in that book, that's the exact quote that it gave. If we decide to give up our life for something bigger than ourselves, serve somebody else and be able to do it from that's where the fullness of life comes from. That's where we're able to really enjoy and grasp every single thing that we're doing. So being able to live from the heart is like trying to go out and figure out, how do I serve other people through what I'm doing? How do I actually feel alive the most through what I'm doing? So like for myself, when I make these videos, at first I was doing all these freaking edits. I was making all these crazy edits, and it was something that was getting a lot of views at the time when I first uploaded these videos. It was getting a lot of views, and that's amazing and whatever. But the thing was, I didn't really love it. I didn't really it wasn't my favorite thing ever to do. So I had to continue to follow this path of being able to follow my heart. I had to continue to ask myself, what do I love about what I'm creating? What do I love about what I'm actually doing? And for me, it was getting up on camera and being able to record these videos and try my best to connect with y'all. So that was something that I had to, it was kind of hard because I knew that if I was able to do this, I wasn't going to be getting the views for a long while. I don't know how long that's going to be, but I'm not going to be getting the views because I'm not doing all these edits. I'm not editing every 5 seconds. But that was me following my heart because my heart felt connected to it. I felt something in my heart calling me towards that. And I continue to align this and what I'm doing with Christ. That's another thing. If you want to lead with your heart, you have to lead with something that is super important to you. What is that thing that really gets what your passion out? And for a lot of us, if we're Christians right now, we want to be able to serve God through what we're doing. That's the biggest, for me, that was the biggest connection to what I'm doing because it was super purposeful to me. So if you want to be able to lead with your heart, how can you serve God through what you're doing? How can you serve God currently through what you're doing? And what are the parts of what you're doing that you love the most? Like, what are the parts that you're doing that just light you up, that get you passionate, and how can you lean towards that? So like with my videos, getting up here and recording these videos, I feel so alive in these moments. Like I was literally driving home from recording a video at the park the other day, and it was something that was uncomfortable. It wasn't the best thing ever, but I felt alive. I felt good. I felt amazing. I was literally driving home, and it was just like, that was so much fun. That was so amazing. And this is something that I know it's like this engine that is just humming, even though I'm getting no views, even though nothing's happened. Leading from my heart and leading from love is allowing me to continue to do this because I know I can bring something greater. And what it does is, he says that the most important thing for us is that it casts out the fear. So for myself, it's like leading from the heart allows me to get over these fears that I have, these fears of people up here judging me and like, okay, he's recording these videos in public. What the hell is this dude doing? This dude ain't getting no views. This dude, like, who does he think that he is for recording these videos? But I know for me, it's not just about recording these videos. It's not just about getting up here and yapping. I never want it to be. It's about trying to connect with you guys, trying to give these videos as best I possibly can so that I can connect with you guys, so that I can deliver some hope and inspiration and joy through these videos. It might not be the best right now, but I'm so filled in the heart with trying to bring that to you guys that it's so exciting for me. So that's how I have connected through the heart. And when I do that, all of a sudden, I start to not only overcome me being able to record these videos in public and that, like, not needing that approval, but you start to become a better person overall. And that is the most important part. That is the most important thing that he said in there, is that if you want to be able to be the best at what you're doing, you have to lead through love, because not only are you going to have to overcome that fear in whatever you're doing, you're going to have to overcome it in your life. People might judge you for what you're doing. People might try to say whatever they want about what you're doing, but you have to be able to overcome that. And that's the hardest part. So I just want to share this video with you guys. I wanted to give this to y'all. I hope you're able to lead with love today. Let me know what you're currently going to do to help lead and change it into leading with love today. Love you guys. Peace.